Hi everyone, so today I'll be trying out this Tonic Studios release for their Eye of Newt potion bottle. Super cute, oh my gosh. I mean, just look at everything on here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get this guy ready to go. So I will say they did send this item free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box for the US and the UK will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Having said that, excuse me, I do receive samples, so mine looks like this. Yours will be on a carrier with, you know, inspo or instruction, whatever it is that it needs. I know this one will come with instruction, so that's always great. So yeah, it doesn't look just like this. So my goodness, excuse me, my voice like cracked like if I was a little kid here. So okay, so we'll just get right to it. So hopefully what you can see is, you saw in the intro the project it makes is a smaller die set, so I assume it's going to have a really nice price with it, but again, I don't know that right now. It's just whenever they do something like this, like create and make type thing, it's a little different deal, right? So the larger die on this one, even though it's a small guy, is just like 3 7/8 of an inch high or tall here, and the width is really what you're wanting to know. It is just about 2 inches wide. Maybe this one's a little bit wider than that. They're about the same. So that is the largest die on this. That means the base of this little project, if I'm looking at these pieces, will probably be about 1 3/4 inch square, but we'll get to that whenever we go ahead and create it. So you have your sides, you have the bases. It's going to kind of come in at the top and then kind of bevel out. So that's what these other pieces are, even though they look like repeats. It's because it has like a little neck to it. You know, it's really cute. You have words like, I'm assuming, excuse me, I was trying to make this one out, and honestly, I don't know what it says because it has like that little like writing where it looks like it's kind of scary. So, you know, we'll see. We'll figure that one out. I'll let you know in just a moment. With the background die, and then you have your trick or treat. It's like a little placard, very cute. You have, it looks like a little eyeball for the Eye of Newt there. You have the RIP on this coffin looking piece. The banner is so cute. Look, it has like goo dripping from it. So you have the banner topper and then the background piece. The little potion bottle or poison bottle, oh my gosh, with the background, and then look at all the little like embossed areas and everything it has for the little skull. It looks like a bug or a spine. It looked like a spine first, but you know, I think it's supposed to be like a wormy kind of gross thing. The word poison, the word venom, that's really cool. You have your skull and crossbones with the background, spiders, spider webs, and then all the pieces to make the actual Eye of Newt potion bottle. So I am going to grab some paper, probably black paper to start off with, and then we'll add our little decorations and all that cute stuff. There are matte layers and things like that, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and grabbed some black paper and a little bit of this craft card because at the top you're going to have like a little cork, so I figured that'd be cute for that. So this is going to be really simple, and then of course you can decorate however you like, but let's start with the bottle itself. So you're going to need 4 sides, of course. So I'll run 4 of those through black paper. You're going to want the base, and you can cut that out twice. You make it nice and sturdy and all that. So 2 of this guy, even though you can't really see into the bottle, you know, later on. So if you want to do 2 or not, but it makes it more sturdy. So 2 of those. The bottle lips and sides, and then also the bottle lip top. So the bottle lip side is this guy. You want 4 of this one. So again, 4, 2, 4. And then the bottle lip top, which is this guy. You just need 1 of that, okay? And then for your cork, you're gonna want this piece here. And you just need 1 of that, and then the cork sides, you need 4 of this side one. Okay, so 1 of that, 4 of this, 4, 2, 4, 1. Okay, and everything else is decoration, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our 4 cork pieces plus that 1, you know, piece that you need in the center there. We have those little 4 framed out pieces for the top. The 2 squares, we're actually gonna need 1 of these right now. Actually, we'll need both of them in just a moment. And I did save this. This fell out of the middle of this guy. And I thought, well, if it fits on the cork, maybe I'll put that on the cork. So I just saved that. I don't know if it will. I guess I do know. Yeah, it will. So it will. There we go. So we need these sides. So let's start with our box sides. What they're asking you to do is to go ahead and shape this portion first, this little trapezoid area, and kind of curl it out. So this is the nice side where the die was. So I'm kind of giving this a curl facing out as well as you can, right? Just a little something like that. Okay, I'll do that with all 4, and I'll also go ahead and take the moment to score these glue tabs. And then this one kind of curls out like that. And then these guys will kind of hold on to each other there, okay? And I have these kind of squaring like that too, okay? So we have that. And then we're just gonna glue them to a base. Now this base will be the one that you're not going to see because this is going to come in afterward. So, you know, however you want to do that. If it's a nice side, rough side, that's fine. Rough side facing up, and then the nice side of these guys facing you because you're going to glue them like this. And then this piece will come in at the end. So basically you want the nice side facing up at this point. So I'm putting glue on the under portion of that. And just glue that down. Again, I always end up working in the air, but you can definitely put this on your work surface. And then you're going to want to make sure that it's not impeding the little fold line there at all. Okay, so we'll go around and do that with all 4 on each side here. Making sure our score line is preserved and not bothered at all by this guy coming in. Right, so nicely and perfectly set up there. Okay, and then I'll add 3 on this side and 4 on this side, right? Okay, so again, that was a rough cut side, but all the nice ones are here. And now all you're going to take is the second one and cover that guy up. And I always like to get that right on the edges so that it really seals everything. You can give a little zhuzh if you need to. That's just going to cover up those glue tabs at the bottom. I'm going to let that set up for just a moment. Make sure it looks good. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're just going to make this into our bottle shape. And then we're going to pop on the top and the cork. Very cute. So with these guys, again, just add glue. If you like to use double-sided adhesive, go for it. I just like to use glue because unless you tear it, it's never going to come apart. So we'll do glue tabs all around. Right, the next one, the next one, and then we'll work with this piece. Okay, and as I'm doing this, you can definitely have decorated this, you know, flat with the matte layers and things. Maybe you add the other decorations at the end, but sometimes I build things up and then I add the decoration. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But these guys, okay, so remember I said you have these guys to fold in. What's really nice when you're putting this together is that you can put your hand in here to make sure all the glue tabs are touching and all that. So there's plenty of size inside the box for that. Or room inside the box, I guess is what I'm looking for. And so these guys, we're going to glue up the sides. Again, try to kind of curl that a little bit. So I'm going to take my time and really pay attention to those guys. But look at that. Cute. Okay, same thing there. Bring it in, bring it in. So it's going to have a little bit of a curve to it. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. And it's really easy just to hold those because it's just those 3 little tabs and they really mold in, especially if you did, you know, that little bit of curling there. So that's our basic piece. I will say the sizing on this guy right now is, yeah, like 1 5/8 inch square at the bottom there. It is about, well, almost 3 inches tall. If you include the very tippy top, it's almost 3.5 inches. And then the opening, obviously the things you put in here have to fit in there, unless you want the person to tear it, is just about 1 inch, okay? Something like that. Okay, so let's put that to the side. We're gonna work on the like little neck that's cute portion. So we're just gonna take these guys. You're gonna need both of these pieces, or yeah, it's gonna be 2 sections. So this first one, we're just gonna square that up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go something like that. So I'm just kind of facing it in, divots in, and comes back out like that. I'll do the same thing for all of them. And then while we're at it, I'll also fold this guy. It's gonna go down into this piece that we make here. So yeah, just fold towards the rough cut side. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, and then we're just going to glue these 4 pieces into a strip so that we can then frame them together. So just on the glue tabs. Again, I always make sure that I can still fold and still looks nice. So right side's facing right. And just take a look and make sure it can still fold nicely. Okay. And so I'll just glue them all in a strip. Oopsie, sorry. Like that. I just finished that one, so it's still wet, but we're just going to glue this guy. And this should fold flat if you want it to, because it's symmetrical, if that helps. Or just go ahead and glue it in the shape. But if it helps you for it to be flat, you can definitely flatten it out. Okay, so this piece, it looks something like this. You're going to put glue here on the very bottom tabs. And again, you know, the double-sided tape helps hold really quickly, so if you want to just go for that, but if you want to hold, in my opinion, for the longest, you're going to want to use a wet glue. So I'm just getting those pieces in there as we kind of go along. So it's a little messy because I'm using the wet glue, but that's what I like. Look at that. Okay, and you're not done yet, because if it was just there, it's not quite touching. See how the paper looks like this? So I'm going to hold it down nice and square. And then you're just going to, with your finger, bring in those glue tabs to meet up with the paper, right? So it stays nicely. Okay, so it's going to take a moment, but I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I just held, you know, each glue tab like this for a little while, and then over here, just so it's meeting up. But again, if you use double-sided tape, it's just going to hold real quickly. And then this guy, you're going to put on top with some glue in here. So again, I put a good amount of glue. And you can see as I'm building this up, if you want things to be different colors, like this top portion could be a different color than the bottle, however you like that. But we're going to get those inside of those glue. Inside of those glue tabs? No, just inside. Get the glue tabs inside of the bottle here. Cool. Oh, nice. And it fits really nice and snug, as you can see, as I'm trying to push that in there. So that just finishes it off really, really nicely. I mean, I don't even think I have to squeeze that at all or try to manipulate it in any way for that to hold on, because it just does. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone for a little while. Cute. Maybe I'll push it in a little bit more right here in this corner. Sorry, I have to bring it towards me so I can kind of pinch it. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Okay. So then this guy, I have a little work to do. So again, I always like to score, you know, my score tabs ahead of gluing things down, but do whatever you like. And maybe this time on this one, I'll go ahead and just glue this piece, oops, that I kept from before. I am probably gonna do some like gunmetal kind of silver accents. So I mean, I could have done that also from this one, dark brown, but again, that fell out from this piece and it works perfectly for this. Okay, and then these guys, we're just gonna score. Okay, so that's interesting. So this larger side is what's gonna actually touch here. So these guys are gonna score in. Okay, so it's something like this. I'll do the same thing for all the ones that are left. Okay, so I already decorated this side, so clearly these are gonna go like this. Okay, so for every little side piece here, I'm gonna glue this guy on. Okay, so that one there, this one here, and so on. Okay, and once that's put together, we're just gonna glue these guys, right, to come in like this. And then these guys are gonna glue on top of each other, so just you can move them out of the way if you want for now, whatever you want to do, but basically glue these all together in that little kind of trapezoid shape. Okay, glue here, same thing, right, all the sides. Okay, and this again, they just touch, so it works out really easily. And then these guys are just gonna bring them in. So, I mean, all four pieces. So just bring in the one in, bring the other in. And I think one more piece of glue, one more bit of glue here. So that is a very sturdy base on that cork. And actually it makes it really feel really sturdy. So I will leave this alone for a minute, and this also, I'll just put something on top of it to hold it down. There we go. All right. And then we have these guys. So I'll probably run this through some like silvery kind of gunmetal paper. If you want to ink things up, make it look like old, you know, that'd be really fun. Distress it a little bit. We have that guy. Oh my gosh, these are all so cute. So we have that. And then maybe, sorry, we run this guy through something, maybe a little more delicate so it just looks cute. So I'll run that through a cool color, I don't know, whatever coordinates with what I have going here. And then I like the label for poison. That'll be very cute. And I'm decorating the one side. I mean, if you want to add more things, obviously you can go all around. I'll do 4 of this, but just this little decoration in the front, I think. Because if we're thinking favors, we want to get them going, you know, you can mix and match with all these different things. It would be very cute. But I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, you guys, you know, I'm cranking these things out. And then I was looking at the little wording again. And what is the name of the project? Eye of Newt. So it says Eye of Newt. You can see N-E-W-T right there. So there you go. Oh my goodness. Sometimes my eyes just kind of fail me here. So again, ink things up, make it look distressy and old and, you know, gothic and fun like that. But what I'm going to do right now real quick is just glue these onto each side. This feels so sturdy. Oh my gosh. Love it. So just glue these guys on. Maybe add some little spider webs on each side or however. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I put those on. Then just pick the side you like the best, you know, to go ahead and decorate. Whatever looks neatest to you. I think this one looks good. And, oh, this is so cute. It's delicate. And again, you can do the background piece, of course. You can, you know, pop things in there too to do a little paper piecing if you like. I'm just going to put this on here. Actually, I probably should pay attention to what this one looks like because it's poison. Yeah, I'm going to put down there. Sorry, guys. A little more glue on this. And again, you could do this when these guys are flat or however. I'm going to put this here. We were just watching Emperor's New Groove for the millionth time yesterday. I love that movie. And when they're always drinking all the different little bottles of poison and I guess potions really. And then Yzma becomes the little cat. Oh my gosh, Miranda loves that part. She looks like, she's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put these on a little bit of dimensional to stick down here. Actually guys, before I do that, this portion, those little labels can be on their own, of course, but they also fit on this. And so I think I'll go ahead and cut this. Now the gooey part is on its own, this goo. And then this little label portion is on its own, separate, right? So let me get this out, sorry guys. Oh my goodness, trying to get in there. There we go, there we go. So as you can see, this would fit in here. So, you know, whatever color you think you want to cut that out. Of course, I'm thinking black, but maybe I'll bring in some other fun Halloween-y kind of color into that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I'll just glue these guys together, and then put some dimensionals on the back of this portion. Okay, guys, I kind of curled this a little bit so that it would have a little lift in the center, and then this part can kind of glue down. I do have the pieces that fell out of this, so if I wanted to just pop those back in, I could, or just leave them the way they are. So let's see. Cute. Okay, I'm going to hold that down, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, this is super adorable. Oh my goodness. Really well done. Tonic, of course, what we expect from Tonic. Look how cute that is. And then, if you have this little guy, let me get our lid. And it just fits, like, so nice. Oh my gosh, that is adorable. Again, I did it a little quicker with, you know, the styling. You don't have to even put any labeling on the side if you don't want to. If you're making favors and you just want to kind of crank them out and get them done, I would just do the front label with a couple cute things and you're good to go, right? Super cute. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Tonic, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.